Hey everybody, and welcome back to On Stage Off Stage. I'm your host, George Sapio, and this is episode number 196, December of 2025. This month, our guest is Jesus Granados, a high school coordinator and English teacher at Complejo Educativo Santa Lucía in Santiago de Puriscal in the canton of San José in Costa Rica. Jesus is also an actor, director, and experienced theater professional. I went on scene to Santa Lucia to have a chat with Jesus and talk about his career, teaching theater to high school students, and the theater scene in Costa Rica. So I know you from coming in to adjudicate your spelling bees here. Students learning English, students learning how to spell. It's been a very interesting experience, which has morphed into you and I getting to know each other as theater practitioners. What hooked you?
When I was in high school, I tried to do some theater as well for some camps that we did. I was in the United States, you call them 4-H clubs.
Sure,
We
yeah.
have them here in Costa Rica too, the 4S clubs. And I was part of that. And in some camps, we focused on arts. Some of them were focused on sports.
Mm-hmm.
And so on the arts ones, I tried to practice as much as possible, and I really felt interested of it. And then I started to get into that teenage era where you don't want to do pretty much nothing. I just got away from everything. I was just, going to high school using my phone all the time. And that was it for me. Then, when I finished high school, the thought crossed my mind of going to college to study acting. But of course, it's quite difficult to make a living out of acting, especially everywhere, but especially in Costa Rica, it's quite hard. And so, parents are parents and they do not support very much those ideas.
No, it's not one of the better ideas you can come up with for a career choice. Hey mom, hey dad, guess what I want to be?
Yeah, they will get very worried. And so I've always liked teaching, I've always liked English. And so I was like, and I thought, that could work too with acting somehow. Like I could make plays with my students. So I tried to mix everything. And then as I started to work and make my own money as a teacher, I decided that I wanted to take some classes of acting. And so I went on to Casamaga on 2019. I started there to take their program of acting. It's a 4 or 5 year program. The first 2 years were it was a pandemic as well, one of them. So it was very let's get some basics on acting, like improv and all of that. And then we moved forward to the actual program that was the last 3 years, where the first year we focused on basics, improv, playing around, learning how to play with your co-workers, your co-stars, whatever you want to call them. And so you learn how to make that chemic with all of them and then act. Second year, you create your own collective play, let's say, where everybody tries to put on things. We did a classical play. We did the six characters looking for an author.
Of course, yeah.
Play. Which was quite fun. It was quite fun. I had the chance to play one of the actors and Madame Pace, which was the funniest part of it. Because I had to wear on a dress, a very tight corset, my body looked curvy, and a purple wig.
Why not?
Because it was what we had. And so it was quite fun being Madame Pace. It was the funniest part of it, actually, to me, actually. Being able to dress up and
doing drag is hilarious. Yeah. If you can get into it and you don't have if you could just run with that,
It was very amazing. And also during the pandemic, through this academy that I was studying on, I had the chance to participate in a short film. It was a project of Latin American people from all over Latin America. And so we gathered 400 actors, directors, producers, writers from all over Latin America, and everybody collaborate to make short films online. And so we did Zoom short films.
Oh, sure, yeah. Zoom was the way to go.
It was super nice because, one of my teachers at the time in the academy, she's a Mexican girl called Jael. She's amazing. And so she was the casting director of the whole project. She told me, I really like your profile. I'm going to put it on to some of the short films to see which one fits. The only condition to work in the project was that you can only be in one of them. So it's okay because they wanted to bring everybody around
Sure.
as much.
Get everybody
as
involved,
possible.
yes.
And so the director of this one is an Argentinian guy called Lucio Basalo. He was there in Argentina, and so when he read the script, he had a very specific idea, and he really liked my profile, and it was a very strict casting process because I had to film a lot of videos of my surroundings, of myself, of going around and everything. I remember I was a little bit sick the day that we filmed, and it was rainy, and he was like, I wish it rains a lot because I really want the video to show that it's raining. And so it was like, okay. And it was such an interesting experience working with him. Then the makeup and artists, they tried to do makeup through Zoom, like, oh, you could do this, wear this outfit and wear these clothes and try to put this on. Do you have something like that? And it was an interesting process.
That's I haven't been through that particular part of the process.
It was very fun because she was on FaceTime with me saying like, okay, do you have something red? Okay, do you have something that you can wear on after this? Okay, and it was quite crazy. And then, well, the project was a non-profit. It never made any money of it, but we got the chance to work with a lot of people, lay out yourself a little bit there. And it was very fun. Then here in Costa Rica, we had it premiered in Cinema Gali once. Some of the short films mine was there, played. And I still have it. I'm in touch with the Argentinian director, which is amazing. And so it was a very interesting project. Then after that one, it came the year of this final year of the Acting Academy, where we did a short film of our own, where we decided to work on a story of a cult.
Mm-hmm.
The idea of the short film for us was to show that some places might dress up as something very nice, like it was a yoga cult, where they just went there and did yoga, apparently, and they tried to fix your relationship and all of that, but then afterwards what they try to do is kidnap people through the cult. So it's sort of something that we wanted to make conscious about because it happens in Latin America and everywhere in the world.
Sure, yeah.
It happens a lot. And some places do those things just for human trafficking or for organ trafficking. And so we wanted to make something that was strong, respectful, and clear on the message. That you have to be careful who you trust. The idea was that the couple, I was one of the members of the couple, it was me and my girlfriend. We went to couples therapy. Our therapist invited us to, you should go to these yoga sessions that they do. It's amazing. They would help you out and everything. And so we went, but when we arrived to the place, everything seemed very much off.
Okay.
I was the one aware of it. My girlfriend was not. She was always like, "Oh, but this is gonna work very well," or "You don't want to work in a relationship."
What was it you didn't like about this? What seemed off?
For example, the director of the place, let's say the one that runs everything, he treated other people badly. He was like giving orders to everyone. He was like, he was passive aggressive. He was like, "Oh, you know what? Yeah, that looks fine, but you could do better. Like in this place, we try to do things in a better way."
Sure.
Everything seemed very off. There's another character that he kind of breaks out during the short film. He was let's say the one that gave it away to everyone else. Because we were in a session where it was kind of, you had to keep your hands up the whole time for as much time as you could to relieve your pain and connect.
Yeah, okay. It sounds like it would cause pain more than relieve it.
Yeah. And so this dude in the cult, he wasn't able to make it for a long time. And so they tortured him. They took him away. And so I went on looking for him, and I found him in a place, in a pathway, and I asked him what's going on. And when I asked him, he was like, "Nothing. Everything is fine. In this place, everything's fine."
Oh, that doesn't sound good at all.
And so it was a big mind switch to me. And I tried to convince my girlfriend that something was off, but she wasn't up to it. She was like, you know what, you don't really want to work in a relationship. Because they were different to her.
Right.
She was the target. I was not.
Right. You're in the way.
They treated her differently. They were like, "Oh, you're so welcome here."
So what happened? Did you guys walk out? Did you leave?
I was able to walk out. She was not at the end of the short film. Yeah, she stayed behind.
She stayed behind by choice.
No, not by choice. they disappeared. Everything disappeared when it was like a moment where this dude that tried to escape, I found him again, and he was in a crisis, and he told me, you have to run away as fast as you can because they're coming for your organs, not for yourself, or something like that. They're coming for you. And so...
So this is an opportunity that you and your girlfriend walked into to participate in, and it turned bad. It turned wrong.
Totally wrong.
And you left.
I didn't left. I went back to look for her, but when I did, she was already gone.
And what happened to her?
We never told. We never told that part of the story. It just ended up there.
So this is all scripted?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it was all scripted.
It seems to me that your theater choices so far have been a little sketchy.
Yeah, they were maybe some of them are a little rough, but I've always found playing those roles interesting a lot. I like comedy too. I would like to make more comedy style characters.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, when you first start I first started acting. I felt like I wanted to make drama. That was my thing at first. I was like, I want to play sad characters or complicated characters in the mind.
Yeah.
And so that's why we went to all those options. I played Hamlet once. Well, a monologue of Hamlet in the classes. I made a presentation with the Academy as well of a Costa Rica. It was an extract from a Costa Rican play it's called, I forgot the name. Única Mirando al Mar, that's the name. It's a Costa Rican play about some people that live in the garbage, how do you call it? Dumpster?
Dumpster, yeah.
They live there, and so the story talks about this girl that she wants to be able to get to know the ocean. She never does, I think, at the end of the story. I don't quite remember the play. But the part that I picked was one of the members of the people that live there, and he tried to complain about everything that was going on for them. It was a very beautiful character. I felt like I played it very nicely. It's a very beautiful play. It would be very nice if you could go to watch it sometime. And so I started on playing with those characters, but then on the last maybe times that I was able to act, I started to find that I could play maybe comedy. I was skeptical at first. I was like, you know what? I don't want to make comedy because that's not acting. That's not.
Please! It's the hardest form of acting.
And then I was like, I started to realize how difficult actually making comedy
was.
And with this, maybe Madame Pays was kind of a very comic character to me. I played it in a very way like that, and so I feel like now I really want to make something that makes people laugh. Because I feel it's the hardest part of it, but also the nicest part of it, because you would make people feel okay.
Oh, it's so much fun. Having people laugh at what you're doing, it's so supportive. It's hard.
It's hard.
Yeah.
It's hard, especially if your character is not able to laugh, for example. If you have to stay sometimes, I feel like that's the hardest for me. Being able to stay in character.
Stay in character,
funny
yes.
things are happening around. It's like, oh my God, I have to stay in character. But this is just hilarious.
Well, you like Shakespeare, right?
I like Shakespeare.
You've read Twelfth Night. You familiar with Twelfth Night?
No, I have not.
Oh, you should read this one.
Okay.
Okay. If you want a character that cannot laugh while everybody else is laughing with him and at him, you need to look at Malvolio.
Malvolio. Okay.
Malvolio. I've played him twice.
Huh.
He's my favorite character in Shakespeare. But yeah, he steals the show, and he's such a figure of fun. I mean, not fun, but people make fun of him.
Yeah, that makes sense.
And he has no idea why. Sounds like it'd be right for you.
Wow. Well, yeah, from Shakespeare, I really like Puck from Midsummer.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Yes.
I feel like Puck is just hilarious. Like, it's just so crazy, but at the same time, it's like, that's the character. He has to be crazy.
Yes. Yeah.
And so I feel like they got to play around, because that's what it is at the end, being able to play as much as you can. But yeah, and then, well, with my acting journey, then when I worked in the prior high school 5 years ago, I directed my first play, let's say. It was a 20-minute adaptation of the Christmas Carol play,
Okay.
similar to the one that I did this year. It was very fun to being able to watch my students do that too, like being able to help them present that. I found the video of that one the other day actually, and it was I saw it before having this next presentation this year.
Yeah.
I did also Christmas Carol, and so I felt very sentimental of looking how fast time goes, because it was 5 years ago, but to me it felt like it was yesterday.
Sure.
And since I've been here in this school, it's been 4 years now, and I've always been directing the students, helping the students make plays. The first year I opened a drama club in school. The first 2 years I had it on. We did some plays, we did direct the special events, we directed the festivals with the students in character and everything. Then the last year we had to stop making the drama club because of time and everything. I wasn't able to keep
Right.
going on
Sure.
that.
Yeah.
And so, but I still made a place for the arts festival and for the Christmas festival last year and this year. Last year I did a play that it was like I had young version of each characters, and so I portrayed how children see Christmas and then how teenagers see Christmas, and how they just wanted to be on their phones and not being able to, connect with the family.
Sure. Yeah.
And when they were children, they were joy and full of happiness on Christmas time, spending everything with their cousins and their family. And so it was a very fun story. Then they kind of get in a mix of times and everything, and then they ended up realizing that they were wasting time, being miserable as teenagers.
What was it like directing for the first time, and what did that teach you about acting?
That you have to be very much focused on your character. Students are not the best on concentrating.
Yeah, well, high school students, they're good at concentrating on some things.
Yeah.
Other things, well, we know
and
this.
so that, to me, that was the first thing. Like when I started to direct, I remembered my acting teacher telling us all the time, you have to be in character, you have to be concentrated. Even if you're not acting at the time, you have to be on play.
In the moment.
Yeah. And that was the first lesson that I was like, oh,
Yeah.
now I get it. Now I know why you have to be in the moment right now. And I feel like that was the first shock for me. But it was very nice. It was very nice being able to see them, not being the one there, but seeing them present, see them be themselves, play around. I told that this presentation of Christmas Carol this year, the Scrooge, the student was playing Scrooge. He was feeling very nervous about playing.
Sure, yeah.
Before going to stage, we had 600 people on the auditorium, so it was a full
High
house.
school production, playing the lead in Scrooge. How could he not be nervous?
Yeah, and so I stopped him. I was like, okay, stop moving around like a crazy, because you're getting yourself more nervous. Let's breathe in, breathe out. You got this. You've been playing this for a month or more. You already know your lines. You're the Scrooge. I just told him, you're the Scrooge. Play around. If you don't remember something, solve it. You're gonna know what to do. Be as rude as you want because you're Scrooge, and then be as kind as you want towards the end because you changed.
Do you know how hard it is to just solve it? Going up on your lines in front of however many people?
Yeah.
It's happened to me, and it's the most terrifying thing that's ever happened.
But I feel like he did a pretty good job. I was so proud. I was looking back in the curtain that was in the back. I was like trying to look because I wasn't able to be in the front. But I was like, you got this. And he did such an amazing job from the very, very first minute. I thought he was going to melt down.
Sure.
But when I saw him starting to talk, I was like, he got this.
Nice.
He does.
Good.
And he did. I feel like he did throughout the play. Even when he had to make a clothes change very fast. So he had to change from his suit to a pajama.
Yes.
And so I was helping him change his clothes, but he had took off his pants, and then the pajama wasn't going down. And we were like, oh my God, I'm gonna pull it like this.
Panic behind stage!
And then he was like, I almost sent him naked to the stage. He was like, oh, my boxer. I was like, oh, put it up.
I don't think we're ready for a naked Scrooge yet.
Yeah.
I don't think so.
It worked at the end. I feel very happy about this play, actually.
How did he feel after all this?
He was very happy about it. He was very happy but very sad too, because he had laryngitis, and he
Oh.
then at the end he was suffering a lot from his throat.
Oh.
And he was on bed all Monday. Oh, it was Saturday, and on Sunday he was full on bed the whole day.
You think this is from rehearsing too much?
I think it was due mostly to the weather change now, going to the dry
Okay,
season
sure,
and
yeah.
everything. We all get sick in Costa Rica when weather changes.
Yeah,
And so,
that's true.
and so I feel like it probably was that, but for sure the presentation aggravated it.
Yeah.
But then he's feeling fine now. But he felt very happy. His parents were very happy, and he wanted his parents to be very happy about that too.
Good.
I feel. And I'm just very proud of them. We had to solve also. That's something that you go on when you direct. We had to solve not having two students showing up that day and letting me know 30 minutes before the presentation that they were not coming. And so this, yeah, him being the protagonist, he was like, "How dare they? My parents are gonna kill me. My parents are gonna kill me if I don't present, because I bought clothes, I bought everything. That's so disrespectful." And it was very
Yeah,
disrespectful.
well, it's not professional at all.
Yeah, and so
But these are high school kids, and they don't understand the importance, the immediacy. The thing about getting into a production is you form a company, you form a family,
yeah,
you form a unit that everybody depends on everybody else. And when one of those things falls out,
everything.
then you have to find a way to fix it.
Yeah.
And that's the thing about theater, finding solutions to impossible situations.
Yeah.
And yet we still manage to do it.
Yeah, and thankfully I had brought some clothes on from my house just in case. And I had a student playing the guitar only for the part where they sing in the play. There's a part where they just sing a song that one of my students wrote. He wanted to write a song and sing it, and he told me, "Teacher, I really want to sing. Can I do that?" And I told him, "Okay, write your song, bring me your proposal, and we'll fit it in the play in some part." And it was a very lovely song, I feel. And the guy playing the guitar, he didn't play any character. The one singing, yes, but he didn't. And I asked him, "Do you think you're able to help me out with 2 characters? They just say like 3 lines. Can you try to help me out with that?"
Yeah.
And he was like, "Are you serious, teacher?" And I was like, "I mean, you're the only option right now. I mean, it's
You're all I've got. Help me out, please.
It's not like you can say no to me." And he was like, "Okay, what do I have to say?" And we went out of the show for a moment. We went into the classroom and was like, "Okay, we're gonna rehearse very quickly for them to understand what they have to do." And it was solved.
Yeah.
They missed a little time getting in stage when they had to, but they didn't have any practice.
So
before
what's a
that.
couple of years of your life scared off? I mean, come on, this is theater.
Yeah.
Talk to me about the theater scene in Costa Rica.
Well, I think we have more theater production than filming production for sure. But it's mostly concentrated in the central area of the country, San Jose. People there are used to going to the theater from time to time. But if you are not from San Jose, it's not that common. Not many people do it. Well, right now the government isn't the most supportive one, going on funds and all of that everywhere. They're cutting off money because we're short of money everywhere.
Well, theater's almost always the first thing to get cut whenever they're looking to,
It's very sad because it's very important, but still we still have very good productions. We have something that is called the TNT, the Theater National Company or Workshop. Let's say it like that in English. It would be the translation I say.
Sure, yeah.
And they train actors for 2 years on a schedule from 5 to 10 nights, 10, 11, every single day from Monday to Friday. It's a very high training process.
Very intensive, yeah.
It's for free if you're up to it. You have to make a process of admission, of course, because
that's an awful commitment. I mean, that's a big commitment.
It is. But we have those opportunities for people wanting to make theater, and then afterwards you are able to work in the national company of theater that helps you out with funding and everything, so it makes it easier. But then also the most common thing is private productions. Usually private companies are producing, or private groups of actors that get together, make their own company, and they start looking for places to present and act. And I feel like theater, it's good, but you definitely have to have something else to back up you.
Oh, you always do. I mean, yeah, you're not going to make a living doing theater unless you get extremely lucky.
Yeah, and so if you're really doing that, it's because you really love it in here, mostly, and well, everywhere. And I feel like we have very good talent, especially in the theater field. In filming, we have also a lot of talent. We're the country that produces the most films, I think, in Central America. But some of them are international features that come here and they're done here. Some of them are created by Costa Rican directors and directed by them. It's an ongoing industry. I think we got approved the filming law this year, a couple of months ago. They've been fighting for that for almost 2 years now, because it's a very important law for Costa Rica, because Costa Rica is very expensive. We know that.
Yes, it's gotten much more expensive in the past 10 years.
Yeah, and so with that law, what we could do is try to decrease some of the charges to make films here. For example, industries like now that Netflix and Amazon, they all go to Colombia because everything is cheap there.
Yeah.
And so they wanted to make Costa Rica more competitive in that way, because when you go to invest in that, you're not only investing in jobs for actors, because that's not it. You have jobs for makeup people, jobs for production people, jobs for catering people, everything. I mean, you have people from everywhere when you make a film.
Absolutely, yeah. It's
And so the idea is that to invest in that, I hope, now that we have elections, that next year we have a government that understands better the importance of it, and they're creating the jobs and everything. But definitely, it's an ongoing situation for theater here in Costa Rica and for acting here in Costa Rica. I feel like it's getting better. I hope it still is getting better and doesn't get stuck there. But yeah, it's like that for now.
Okay.
We've got a couple of films now, 2 years in a row, I think, going to the Goya Awards in Spain, which are very important awards that they have in Spain also. A couple of Costa Rican films have reached that, which was the first Central American country ever to do that too. So I feel like we're doing something right.
Theater for students. Why do we need it? What do the students get? What life skills do the students get from doing theater? Because it's not just fun and games and dressing up and play acting. You and I, but we both know this is serious business.
Yeah.
What are optimally, what should the students get?
Like we were saying before, the importance of teamwork. If something from the team falls down, everything is going to fall down. So you have to be a strong team to work in everything in your life. If you have a company and some of the members in the company are falling, then what's going to happen with the company?
Yeah.
It's going down with that. So definitely teamwork is one of the biggest skills that we work on through acting or through theater. And then empathy, to me, especially, I try to emphasize on that. That you have to be empathetic to your character, to everyone else, and understand how that connects to you with your character, but also with your life. Because they're teenagers, it's not that they don't have empathy, but usually they're developing that skill.
Yes.
And so I feel like them getting the chance to act helps them understand that, oh, you know what, yeah, maybe if I put myself in the shoes of someone else, I know now what is going on, especially if they play characters that have difficult situations.
Yes.
They're going to be able to see like, oh, now I understand why. And so I feel like empathy, to me, I rather focusing on teamwork and empathy, but I know that there's a lot of public speaking skills and being able to perform in front of an audience and being able to speak in front of an audience and then having trust on themselves also, that works a lot. Building that trust to just perform, just don't mind the rest of the people, just express yourselves as well. I have not had a chance yet to find students that want to create their own stories, but I would like to very much. Still, I'm trying to encourage them to do so, because I feel like they should also learn to speak up themselves. For example, this student that told me he wanted to sing a song, I told him, okay, you want to sing a song, okay, but would you rather having a song that I tell you that to sing, or would you rather making your own song based on maybe the story that we're presenting?
Yeah.
And he told me, you know what, teacher, I would really like to write a song. And he did. He wrote like 4 or 5 drafts of the song, and then he put it on, and then he got together with this kid that plays the guitar, and they got together to make the rhythm and everything, and they presented to me, and I was like, oh, wow.
Nice.
You were able to actually, this is yours. Do you understand the importance of that? You just build this.
Now he knows that that's possible.
Yeah.
That his opinion, his viewpoints, his voice has value and can be appreciated by others.
Yeah.
Breaking through that is so tough,
Yeah.
especially for teenagers, because they're constantly worried about what everybody else is going to think.
Yeah.
You know, and this is, it's taking a chance.
Yeah, and it was so amazing because they had to stood up in front of everyone. We had the curtains closed because we were changing the stage as they sing. And it was just that. And they stood there in front of 600 people and just played the song.
That's wonderful. That's absolutely wonderful.
I felt very happy. I told him I would really like to find with the music teacher if we could record this song for you to have it.
Yeah.
In a more professional way, to have the audio very clear and everything. That's what I'm trying to do now. But I feel like also that's very important in theater, being able to let them express themselves, be themselves. And
it's hard to express yourself sometimes. Yeah.
It is for everyone, even for us.
Even for adults, it's hard to let other people know what you're thinking and what you're feeling because, who knows how you're going to be received.
Yeah.
So, last question. You will have the chance to play any role in theater that you want. What is it?
Well, I would really like to play Hamlet. I've always been interested in Hamlet.
All 5 acts of Hamlet.
Yeah, I feel like he's a spoiled child, and I was sort of a spoiled child back in my teenage times. And so I would really, really like to play Hamlet now, because I feel like it would be closure for me, but also it would be very fun to, you know what, just complain about my mom making up with my uncle, and then my dad dying and leaving me there, like, what the hell is going on with you people? But I feel like Hamlet is very fun. Or Puck from Midsummer's Night Dream. Puck is just...
Interesting choices, yeah.
It's just Puck.
Yeah.
Puck it is what
They're both terribly hard roles. Yeah. A lot of words.
A lot of words and a lot of work.
Yeah.
The thing that I'm worried about is that I have to work out more, definitely, because I wouldn't be able to play Puck right now. I don't have the flexibility to do it.
Yeah.
I have to stay fit in order to play Puck, but I would do it for the role.
I can just imagine, a middle-aged, overweight guy, kind of like myself, all right, trying to play Puck and just lumbering across this. Think of the comedic value in that.
Yeah. Well, that would be fun too. Yeah.
Jesus, thank you so very, very much for taking the time out of your very busy schedule at the end of the semester to talk to us. This has been surprising. I got way more than I expected to, and I know my listeners are going to remember this one for a very long time. Thank you so much.
No, thank you.
Pura vida.
Pura vida.
Hey kids, thanks for listening to Onstage Offstage. Onstage Offstage is produced monthly, and all of our shows can be found at onstageoffstage.org and also on Podbean, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, iHeart, and Google Podcasts. If you enjoy what we do, please recommend us to your friends. Don't forget to like us on Facebook and follow us on Twitter at OnOffStage. And if you are a theater artist with an upcoming project or interest, or know of someone in the theater world who'd make good chat, by all means, send us a note at onstageoffstagepodcast@gmail.com. Our theme music is Don't Worry, Be Frappy by the composer Max Dickinson. You can find a lot more of Max's magnificent music on SoundCloud. I'm George Sapio. Thanks once again for listening, and please be kind to those with whom we share this rock. And as always, happy theatering to all of you.